Happy July, everybody. We've got an exciting month ahead of us, and you might be thinking, hey, you say this every month. You say how great and dynamic the energy is going to be. That's because it's 2023. Each month, we've been working with a new layer of higher dimensional energy. You might be thinking, how did this year go by so fast? That's because we are interfacing with the quantum in so many new ways, and we're not really feeling time as much. So we're already in July, and I'm going to tell you how to best prepare for this month, because the theme this month is expression, your emotional expression, creative expression, and finally launching those passion projects. The launching of these projects will be supported by the balance and harmony brought to us by the energy of Cancer season and Leo season. And the success you will have this month will largely be determined by how deeply you work with your inner child. So let's begin with emotional expression. The sign of Cancer is all about feeling your feelings, letting those emotions come forward and processing them. Cancer season is the time to go inward. So before you express those emotions, you want to meet yourself exactly where you are and become friends with those emotions, because those are our teachers. Cancer is the sign of intuition, of deep nurturing. They're known as the mothers of the zodiac. And this is the time to mother yourself. So when those emotions come up, you want to be completely unconditional with yourself and allow yourself to deeply feel them, because part of this month's theme of expression is actually expressing to those around you and the people that you love those deep emotions and not hiding. So you're going to express that love, you're going to express that gratitude. Your expression wants to come forward in July, and it wants to feel safe enough to do so. So you nurturing and mothering yourself by first beginning with nurturing those emotional states that come up with you and showing yourself so much compassion is a way you start building up the confidence to express more of yourself and show more of yourself with others. Cancer energy is also very protective, and this is a time to be protective of your energy, of yourself, and your emotional needs. But this is about protecting your inner child, and as this video develops, I'm going to actually explain to you how you're going to use that protective Cancer energy in your own inner child practice. But for now, I'm speaking to the Cancer qualities in general and all those beautiful attributes that you want to tap into when you are cultivating your emotional expression this month. So share with you what you feel safe to share, and your vulnerability is very special and powerful, but you're also the one who can keep what comes in and of course what comes out. So you also want to be very mindful of what feels really safe and nurturing to you when you are expressing yourself, and also deciding who you want to share that expression with. But also remember that the people around you who love you are always very receptive and supportive of your expression. Cancer signs in general are very empathic, and I know a lot of you guys who watch my videos are empaths yourself. And one of the big things you want to pay attention to in terms of protection energy this month is just to not be a sponge. We learn, okay? We can take in information, we process it, and then we release it. This is about being an empowered empath, because as we all know, empaths are superheroes. The more we feel, the more we're able to heal and shift anything. Cancer energy will also help you express your emotions directly. Just be very direct with what you want to say and mean what you say, and of course, who you say it to. You are welcome this month to fully express those needs with your loved ones or anyone you're working through something with. The energy this month is going to support that, because it's coming from real, raw emotions, not hiding behind any sort of persona. And that's why you want to feel free to explore this month. And you're going to actually be very surprised at how receptive everyone around you will be, because they're going through the same thing. This is a collective theme in July. The sign of Cancer is ruled by the moon, and most traditions do associate it with a feminine energy, and then the sun with a masculine energy. So look at the harmony and balance we have in July. We've got the moon with Cancer season, the sun with Leo season towards the end of the month. This is perfectly aligned with those energies within us, so that we return to the inner balance within ourselves between the right and the left hemisphere. But also, this is about the cycles of the moon and the rhythm of the moon. So it's supported in unity with the role that the moon plays and the role that the sun plays. So the emotional work that you do this month will actually come into a beautiful balance. When you release a heavier or more dense emotion, you are going to be able to tap in and replace that with a lighter energy and emotion. Not to say that there's anything negative towards those denser emotions. But what's happening is that different emotional states will be shifting. So you're going to feel the full spectrum of emotions this month, but then you'll be able to return to homeostasis a little bit more easily. The moon is also an invitation to go inward and do shadow work. Go look at the dark side of the moon within you. Go look at what was repressed and start to process this. Now, this can be guided through the inner child work, which we'll talk about towards the end of this video. But what we have first and what we're doing first is laying down the groundwork for that emotional processing, because what we're moving into next is that creative energy and that passion energy of Leo season. So the way you're going to be able to authentically express yourself this month is through how deeply and authentically you meet those emotional needs. July is all about creative expression and finally launching those big passion projects, especially the ones that you've been afraid to launch. So that's what you want to do. You want to embody that big Leo energy, that bold energy. Be as big as the sun. That's how big you want to be this month. If the sun hides, we all freeze to death. So don't do that. Don't freeze us out. Don't hide your light from us, your warmth, and your creative expression from the world. Don't ice us out. I have a particular affinity for Leos. I find them extremely inspiring. I love their confidence, how brave and courageous they are. I love their hearts, and I think that we can all learn from that energy and infuse all our passion projects and creative ideas with that energy and finally launch them with the energy this month. So we know that Leo is ruled by the sun, and the metal associated with the sun is gold. And that's what I think of Leos. I think they've got golden hearts. The sign of Leo rules the heart center, and Leos in themselves are extremely playful and they're radiant, just like the sun. And they're also born leaders. And we can all tap into that sort of confidence and start to lead ourselves through the energy this month, but also through those projects. So remember, those things that you really want to go after this month, those projects that you want to launch, or maybe you just want to express more of yourself and show more of yourself. This is the time to do it because we've got all this energy around us. We've got the heart-centered energy, not just from Leo, but also from Cancer. So there is so much love available to us this month to tap into, to express, and of course, to radiate. Now, this finally brings us to the theme of inner child work, because the inner child just wants you to express yourself. And that's what you want to put together with the energy from both Cancer and Leo season. The inner child wants to be nurtured, it wants to be mothered, and it wants its creative expression to be seen and heard. Dedicate July to your inner child. Use that nurturing and mothering energy that's available to all of us and focus that inward on them. If you've never met with your inner child before, or you want some guidance on how to deeply connect with them, you can watch my video called How to Heal Your Inner Child. When I do inner child work with my clients, the inner child will actually appear to me in the throat center. This is because of their expression and them not having been seen or heard yet. And so we're connecting the client with their inner child. Well, after they finally feel like they're seen, I see their essence then move into the heart center. That's how powerful this work is. And that's why the other big theme in July is the throat center, activating it, and then comfortably expressing yourself throughout this month and of course throughout the rest of your life. So use this information to focus on what your inner child wants you to express. Healing the inner child goes hand in hand with activating the throat center, because we're talking about those suppressed and those repressed needs that are finally coming forward. And then now when you meet those needs within yourself, you are embodying that, and then of course you're integrating that part of you, that very, very special part of you. If you need any support or you'd like to know how to activate your throat center, you can watch my video called How to Activate Your Throat Chakra. So on the first day of Leo season, you have a task. Ask yourself, where in my life can I show more of myself? What do you need to express that will make you feel safe and seen? Another theme this month is rediscovering joy, and this is about the youthful joy from our childhoods and connecting to the things that we love to do. So you want to do something physical, like take an action, whether it's riding a bike or painting or some sort of activity that reminds you of connecting to that really beautiful, innocent, creative energy. It's also about whimsy and that energy of like what's whimsical and what's magical. Those are themes that you want to connect with this month. Now, this is particularly important because, for one, if you had a terrible childhood where the theme of your childhood was just surviving it, you're giving yourself the opportunity to create new reference points of joy as an adult. So those things that you didn't get to experience or were taken from you, that playfulness, imagination, and that innocence, that's the energy you want to connect to and build on. And you can do this through reparenting yourself. If you want support with reparenting, you could watch my video called How to Reparent Yourself. Notice the tools that I'm offering this month with the different videos of mine that I'm suggesting. Inner child work, reparenting, activating the throat chakra. None of this is coincidental. This is because the energy this month is supporting all of these themes from such a deep space, because we're looking at the nurturing energy, the heart-centered energy and love from Cancer season, as well as the empowering awareness and the heart-centered energy from Leo season together. This is creating such a symphony for deep healing, but then expression. Literally like that lion's roar, you are expressing yourself, your creativity, and then you're launching those passion projects that stem from you, that stem from the things that you care about, and now you're sharing them with the world. Okay, I just did a very Sagittarian thing, and I have now hyped myself up from everything I just talked about around the energy this month. This stream of passion and energy, I've been pulling in this excitement for the month that's been encoded in this video is what's available right now to us. And it's so exciting because we can look at this month, look at July as this blank canvas, and then all that passion that you can tap into and use to create what you want to share with the world is going to come from just the realest, most authentic place because of how deeply you've met your inner child, right? Because you've done the reparenting, but now you're so confident with that expression. So the things that are going to come forward are only coming from the highest version of you with so much joy and creativity, but also all those things that you sort of unearthed at the beginning of Cancer season. All that love and realness and authenticity is going to be infused in any project and anything you express this month, and of course into the next month as well. And it just keeps on going, because the realer you get, just the more real you're going to keep getting. So all those things that I just described, all those different ways that we can meet ourselves and transmute what's heavy into light, is how we self-generate will and life force from within. Now, I know this video is all about July and how wonderful it's going to be, but we got to get ready for August, and this is why. During the last week of July, we are already working with the energy from the Lionsgate portal, which opens on 8/8. Now, leading up to it, we're working with this energy. Those Sirius light codes are already arriving into the planet, but what you want to do is pay special attention to 8/8, and I have a whole video all about the Lionsgate portal. It's actually my first ever YouTube video. It's the video that launched this channel, and so if you'd like to learn about how to work with Lionsgate energy, especially how to manifest, I highly recommend that video. I'm wishing you all a thrilling, creative, and powerful July, and don't forget to express yourselves.